Hello, and welcome to this quick introduction to CubeBackup. CubeBackup provides secure, automated backup and flexible recovery for Google Workspace. In this demonstration, I'll show you how administrators can monitor their backups, locate and restore protected data, review task history, and customize backup settings. Let's begin with the Overview page. This dashboard gives administrators an immediate view of the overall health of their backup environment. At the top, we can see basic system information, including the total backup size, the number of protected users, and shared drives. You can also check the next scheduled backup and the latest activities. We can also check the current backup status, including the backup size of each application, user, and shared drive. Additionally, the license information and storage usage are included in the page. This makes it easy to confirm that backups are running normally and to identify anything that may require attention. Next, let's look at the Restore page, which is where we can browse, search, restore, and export protected data. CubeBackup keeps user backups and shared drive backups organized separately. To find a particular backup, we can search for a user's email address or the name of a shared drive. After opening a user, we can see all of the Google Workspace services protected for that account, including Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, and Google Contacts.
Let's start with Gmail. All protected email messages are displayed here. The labels associated with the backup appear in the panel on the left, and the messages associated with the selected label are shown in the main area. When we open an email thread, CubeBackup displays every message in the conversation. We can also see the labels attached to the thread at the top. These labels can be recovered together with the original messages, helping preserve the way the mailbox was organized before the data was lost or deleted. We can restore a single message, several selected messages, or even an entire label. Before starting the restore, we can choose the destination user. This means the data can be returned to its original owner or restored to another account when necessary. We can also apply an additional label to the restored messages. This makes the recovered mail easier to locate and review after the task is complete. If we need an offline copy instead, we can export the selected Gmail data. CubeBackup packages the messages in an mbox file, which can be downloaded and opened using a compatible mail client. For larger mailboxes, CubeBackup provides both basic and advanced search. We can search by keyword or narrow the results using fields such as sender, recipient, subject, date, and attachment size. This allows administrators to locate specific messages quickly without manually browsing the entire mailbox.
Now let's move to Google Drive. Google Drive data is organized into point-in-time backup snapshots. The timeline on the left allows us to move between different backup dates and inspect the state of the user's drive at a particular moment. This is especially helpful when a file has been changed or deleted, and we need to recover the version that existed before the incident occurred. We can browse the original folder structure, just as we would in Google Drive. When we select a file, CubeBackup displays its detailed metadata, including information about the file type, ownership, size, and modification time. For files with multiple protected versions, the Versions option displays all available historical versions. We can then choose the exact version that needs to be recovered. CubeBackup can restore an individual file, an entire folder, or several selected items in a single operation. In the Restore dialog, we can choose the destination user and specify the folder where the recovered data should be placed. We can also restore the file's original sharing permissions. This is important because it allows the original collaborators to regain access without requiring an administrator to reconstruct the sharing configuration manually. Drive data can also be exported. Selected files and folders are packaged in a zip archive that can be downloaded and opened using a standard file explorer. As with Gmail, we can search drive backups by keyword or use advanced criteria to filter by details such as file type, owner, creation, or
Google Calendar and Google Contacts use a similar point-in-time recovery model. We first choose the appropriate backup snapshot and then select the calendar events or contacts we want to recover. The selected items can either be restored to Google Workspace or exported for offline use. This consistent workflow makes the recovery process easy to follow across the different Google Workspace services. Shared drive backups are stored separately from individual users' Google Drive backups.
After selecting a shared drive, we can browse its point-in-time snapshots, navigate through its folders, inspect file metadata, review available file versions, and start restore or export tasks. We can also search for specific shared drive files using the same basic and advanced search tools. This gives administrators a consistent recovery experience for both personal drives and shared organizational content. When we need to find information across the entire Google Workspace domain, we can create a domain-wide search task. Instead of opening accounts individually, the search task checks the relevant protected data across users and services. This can be particularly valuable for investigations, compliance requests, and other cases where the exact location or owner of the data is not known in advance. Next, let's look at the History page. This page provides a central record of backup, restore, and export activities. We can filter the list and open an individual task to see more information. The task details show what was processed and whether any items encountered an error. If an error occurs during a backup, CubeBackup records the detailed error message here. By default, temporary failures are retried during subsequent backups. As long as the underlying problem is not persistent, the affected data will normally be protected automatically during a later run. For restore and export tasks, we can review the complete list of files or items included in the operation. If a task is still running, this page also displays its current progress, making it easy to monitor the operation through completion. Finally, let's look at some of CubeBackup's configuration options. Under Apps, we can choose which Google Workspace services should be protected. For Google Drive, we can include shared folders owned by other users and create exclusion rules for content that does not need to be backed up. These rules can use criteria such as file name, file type, or file size. The data retention policy controls how historical versions are preserved. CubeBackup includes several built-in retention policies, which we can review by hovering over the information icon. We can also define how many days historical versions should be retained to meet the organization's operational or compliance requirements. Administrators can select exactly which users and shared drives should be backed up, even after the initial setup has been completed. We can also enable automatic backup for new users and new shared drives. When an account or shared drive is added to Google Workspace, CubeBackup can begin protecting it automatically, removing the need for administrators to update the backup list manually. By default, CubeBackup runs backups every hour and generates corresponding point-in-time snapshots. If the organization has different requirements, the schedule can be changed to daily or weekly backups. For locally deployed CubeBackup environments, granular throttling controls can limit how much network bandwidth and system resources the backup process consumes, especially during work hours. For example, administrators can reduce backup activity during business hours and allow higher usage outside working hours. CubeBackup can send email reports covering recent backup results, storage usage, and license status. Organizations can also configure their own SMTP service to control how these reports are delivered. After the initial system administrator has configured CubeBackup, additional administrators can be added. CubeBackup supports role-based permissions, allowing each administrator to receive the level of access appropriate for their responsibilities. Meanwhile, CubeBackup also support Google OAuth logins for individual users, allowing end users to view and restore their own backups directly. Finally, CubeBackup maintains an immutable audit log of operations of all users performed through the web console. This creates a clear record of administrative activity and supports internal security, accountability, and compliance requirements. That concludes our introduction to CubeBackup. As we've seen, CubeBackup gives administrators a central place to monitor Google Workspace backups, search protected information, restore or export data, review task history, and customize protection policies. With automated backups, point-in-time recovery, flexible search, and detailed administrative controls, CubeBackup helps organizations keep their Google Workspace data protected and recoverable. Thank you for watching.